are back after some technical difficulties, but Maryland Live is right back on your computer screen with Professor G. Mark Gray. How are we doing today? I said it earlier again, want to matter with people know who weren't listening earlier, how everything's going so far. And I think you're still muted again. I think your mic is muted again. This is StreamYard. StreamYard's been giving us issues. StreamYard's been giving us issues
No
all
matter
day
how
today.
hard you try, the man will not keep us down, nor the Terps.
No. They had us like the referee's hand coming down for 3, and we kicked out right at 2.9.
Obviously, we see you're looking forward to wrestling tomorrow, but that's a topic we won't get into.
Yes. So let's continue where we left off, and that is they're talking about the spread here. Wisconsin is 7.5 point favorite, 43.5 points over under, and minus 250 as in the money line. While Maryland, I said the same numbers are the same. They are plus 205. I've seen as high as plus 290 and as low as what did I see as low as 205. I think Wisconsin as high as 340. Sorry, excuse me. No, as high as minus 375 and as low as 250. So that's not all the bookmakers are having the same thoughts on this game with such a stretch of numbers here on the money line. So what are your thoughts about that when it comes to like what does Vegas see about this game where there's so much discrepancy in the numbers?
I kind of like Maryland to stay. I don't think Wisconsin covers the 7.5. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. And even when you look at Wisconsin's depth chart right now, there much of the big story has been about the former Maryland quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. Being a game time decision. But with that being said, what does that really mean when we've seen what that guy can do in a week 3 loss at Oklahoma? I'm sorry, Alabama. So to me, man, Wisconsin is fortunate to be playing this game at home. Maryland doesn't need to be at home to play this game because I think they can go on the road with a chip on their shoulders because nobody believes they can beat them. And you can't tell me that the physical nature of a beatdown plus the travel doesn't have its place or effect, I should say, on a game like this. So as I look for those games of chance, and please be responsible if you are considering wagering on a game. So if your rent is due or your mortgage is due and you're looking about betting, call 1-800-GAMBLE. Okay, let's for real. Don't blame the kid if you bet more money than you lost. That being said, at 7.5, maybe I'm drinking the Terp Kool-Aid, Chuck. I think they're going to play within 7.5. I could see this being like a field goal type of game, one possession, and we go from there. So if it definitely drops under a touchdown, I'm all over it. But as it stands right now, when we record at 7.5, I'd take that chance that Maryland covers that spread.
I'm going to take you that spread and go one further and say they will not only cover the spread, they will win outright because I watched that game of Alabama, and Alabama is not the Alabama that we're used to.
Alabama.
No. Now they have to pay players legally. That's just not the same as it used to be. But that's another topic for another day. And I
the
feel
views and opinions of the show do not reflect those of all that are on the show.
But I think there's a level of surprise that Malik and this squad could bring because there's not much tape. There's only tape of and it's very limited tape of what he can do. And I think I said before we lost connection last time, they might be using his legs a little bit more in this game. They're probably using some more RPO style play calling. They're going to use those 3 senior receivers to lean on them. They're going to lean on that tight end. That's four weapons on the outside he has to throw to, and those three running backs, rotation of three running backs. Like I said, and that defense. I was talking earlier about Wisconsin's defense, the offensive line. Maryland's offensive line is not that small. They're not
No,
scraping.
they're not. They're not
They got
small.
some
They are
they
very
they got
athletic.
some thick boys in there. Ratrell Perry at 6'5", 317. Isaiah Wright is 6'4", 318. Michael Hershey, 6'5", 295. The smallest guy on the line at 290. The smallest guy is 295 at 6'5". Right guard, Alubai, 6'6", 327. He's one of those IMG guys too, by the way. And it looks like, are we losing? Did you lose your connection again? The mic again? I'm gonna finish my thought here. Then we try to fix Mark's mic.
Here I am.
Alan Heron, senior right tackle, 6'6", 330, from Jamaica, right near the beach. Boy, he called
He
me
was
smiley
trying to
face.
say that all day, haven't you? Yeah, but I'll say this, and before we got muted, and what's going on with the mute button here is just absolutely bananas. But um,
StreamYard, I'm calling
I,
you
I
out. Fix it.
yeah, I will say this though. When I look at Maryland going into this game, quite frankly, they're almost playing with house money. And
Mm-hmm.
you give a team playing with house money just a little bit right now, not much,
Mm-hmm.
just a little. Maybe they're cashing in on some bonus bets right now, if you
Mm-hmm.
will. Gambling term, just joking. Anyway, I just like the fact that they got a little bit more than a puncher's chance. It's almost like Terrence
Mm-hmm.
Crawford going up against Canelo Alvarez last weekend. All right,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was wondering could the guy step up 2 weight classes, and he was able to win and dominate the fight. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say that Maryland is gonna be, winning in dominant fashion like uh, Alabama did last week. But what I am gonna say is they've got enough athletes. They're big and physical enough now. All right, so you got speed, you got physicality, and you got otherworldly talent. And when you start looking at Malik Washington and Daniel Wingate,
Mm-hmm.
there's level. And again, I always quote the greatness that is Jay-Z. There are levels to this, and those two freshmen are on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? They ready
Mm-hmm.
to have a conversation with Rich Paul, you know, get the Rockaway hookup, whatever it is. you know, whatever it is, man. They ready for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you hope both stay healthy and give you 100% a effort because, I mean, just look at those two guys in the first week of the season, though they were against lower level competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what was Wingate? Well, he's already been nominated for what the Butkus Award.
He's on the
Af-
Buckets Award watch list. Yes.
Yes. Okay. He's on the watch list. 3 games in. And Malik Washington was on another watch list, wasn't he?
Yeah, freshman of the year and a couple other passing awards.
Damian
I
O'Brien,
think
was
he is the. Give me one sec. I don't see it. I think he was on the. Let's see, we have here. Not the Worth
Johnny
Award.
Unitas, maybe.
I think it was a Johnny Unitas Award. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have it. I don't see it here, but he's definitely on the watch list for all the awards that go to quarterbacks in college football.
And again, the first month of the season is really where you put yourself in a position, but the next 6 to 8 weeks are the ones
Mhm.
where you garner that type of attention, and we see what goes from there. And your team, you tend to have a lot more shine when your team is winning. And here's a great chance for Maryland to get out of the blocks. Again, Ron Dane is not walking through that door, boys and girls.
Mhm.
Okay. Russell Wilson, last I checked, is in Pittsburgh right now.
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't think there's anybody named Watt that's available on the other
What?
side. You know,
What? Mhm.
so if you're a competitor and we know Locks is, we know Pep is, Ted Minikino is,
Mhm.
but if you're a kid who is really looking to make a mark, this is it. This
Mhm.
is, makes you think about Phil Collins. You know,
Mhm.
something's in the air, and yes,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
yes, you want to pound on them a little bit. But real talk, I'm totally convinced that they can go up there and win this game. And better yet, I don't know if Wisconsin is going to be 7.5 points better, which is the way I look at. I see the line here as we record once again. Still seven and a
Mhm.
half, and I use Vegas Insider because it gives you the entire look at all of the betting parlors, if you will. And it started at 6.5, and it went up to 7.5, which leads me to believe that the odds makers don't buy Maryland, and you can't hate on them for that, Chuck, because you look at the level of competition where Maryland easily handles Towson at home, where
Mhm.
Wisconsin has to go on the road to Alabama and take a beat down. Now the question is how they recover from that beat down, and how prepared is Maryland for a Big Ten game after I don't want to say soft, but this wasn't exactly one of those kind of schedules that you would think that is designed to prepare you for the long haul as much
Mhm.
as it is to integrate players into new systems and schemes on both sides of the ball.
Well, it's not like Wisconsin was playing world beaters before Alabama. They defeated Miami of Ohio 17-0 and
Actual,
Middle Tennessee
go ahead,
42-10.
go ahead.
I mean, good, solid majors, but they're not, but then they played a legit powerhouse in Alabama who dog walked them for 30-14. Now, but like I said, this is going to be one of those things where, like I said, if you look at Maryland, it's also got to be a sense of pride too. Maryland's never beaten Wisconsin. They are
Right.
0
And
um,
before it
this
is,
the yeah, it's 0 I think it's 0-4 against Wisconsin. The
yeah,
last loss it was 2 years ago. It's our 3 years ago, in 2022. And yeah, this is a statement game because you're 0-4 against Wisconsin. Loxley's not beat them. They played in Madison 3 times out of the 4 times they've played. Um, the last meeting was 11, on November 5th, 2022. They lost 23-10. So and it's like this is like a statement game for like saying, "Hey, Big Ten, this is what we need to just say." What's the old line from Bull Durham? Was to announce their presence with authority. You
yes.
know, this is what they want to do. They want to announce their presence with authority. And for those, by the way, who are looking to watch this game, it is available on radio on the Maryland Sports Network, 1057 Baltimore, 980 DC. You can find on the Audacity app. And the great Johnny Holiday will be calling the game with Steve Suter. So just tune into those. Don't tune in
And pick
NBC.
up Johnny Holiday, bro. Man,
47 seasons.
dude, 47 years, man. I've been listening to Johnny Holiday on the radio since I was 12 years old, bro.
Mhm.
Okay? That's crazy, man. It really is, man.
You,
Icon, bro. I mean,
you must
they don't
you have to love your job to work there 47 years. You have to love a job to be there for 47 years.
even when you're calling a bad season, it's
Hmm.
still a great job, one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And
I've had worse jobs.
huh? Yeah.
I've had worse jobs than caught being a play-by-play announcer for a Division 1 college football team. So, like I
Indeed.
said,
Well, it depends on where that college football team is. There's a very
yes,
big
yeah.
difference between being a 47-year announcer in College Park, Maryland, than there is in, saying, Blacksburg, Virginia. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Don't get me started about Blacksburg. Ugh, I hate Blacksburg. Everything about that
I
town.
understand.
It's like
I I I
everybody.
can't think of a reference in Appalachia that would work better than that one for you.
Oh, I mean, I did grow up in Appalachia. I did grow up in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah, the Mean
So
Street Blue Ridge Mountains, yes.
oh, hey, the mean dirt roads of the Blue Ridge Mountains. What are you talking about?
Okay. Streets,
You
dirt
be-
roads.
just don't make a wrong turn somewhere. You might not come back. Just so you know. The good old boys down there, like, hey, you don't look like you from around here, boy. But I digress.
I come from stoplights and stop lamps. and be in the house before the lamps came home. I can't relate anyway.
No, our lamp was the moon, so that's all we had. That's all the light we had. But like I said, back to what I was saying about this is definitely a sign of pride, a game of pride for Maryland, and they have to step their game up. And they, like I said, it's only going to get tougher down the stretch. With after Wisconsin, you have Washington,
Out
Nebraska, and then they travel to UCLA, who is
there. Who
looking
is
for a
for
new
real?
coach. Yeah, UCLA is looking for a new coach. They fired their coach,
Yeah.
and um, oh, I forgot Nebraska. We get to play against mini Mahomes or young or Mahomes Jr. or Mahomes Timu Mahomes. We're gonna call him. Uh, and then we have homecoming against Indiana. At Rutgers, at Illinois. Illinois, who's surprised some teams this year so far. Home against Michigan and at Michigan State. So they're going to have to get that first Big Ten win here on the road against Wisconsin, where I believe they will win outright,
It's a
and I think
cold,
they will
steady
score some
week.
points. Yeah, and I think they will cover the so they not only cover, they'll win outright, and they'll put the over, score at least 20. I would say maybe somewhere around a 27-24 final score with Maryland winning.
All right, I can see that. I can see that. I could also see Wisconsin winning 27-24.
The exact opposite.
I
So you
could.
thinking?
I
Yeah.
could because and I'm projecting here because I haven't really seen a whole lot of
Mhm.
Wisconsin, but you want to shrink the game if you're them, which
Mhm.
keeps Malik Washington and Jaleel Farouk, the outstanding, talented players at the skill positions that Maryland has. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what better way to keep that quick strike ability off the field than to keep running the football effectively on the
Mhm.
field. So this game is going to be won, in my opinion, Chuck, by Maryland's D line. All right. We can
Yes.
talk all about the sexy stuff that you want to talk about, the passing game. We can talk about the offense. This game's going to be won by Maryland's defensive front, in my opinion,
Mhm.
forcing their will and dominating the line of scrimmage. And for years, Wisconsin, the 4 years, man, they have run for like I think about what 230 yards on average, or something crazy like that. And
Yeah.
and this is where it starts because to me, you hold them in that 150 range, you got a chance to win. If
Mhm.
Wisconsin, who wants to run the football, runs for 150 yards tomorrow, we cancel Christmas. And you can hide all of the fireworks that you were planning to shoot off on Route 1. All right?
Mhm.
You'll need not that. Now they run for about 120 yards. Hey, we could have fireworks in celebration on Saturday night.
Yeah. I'm getting so much feedback. This has been a very un good ungood. It's not even a good word. A unproductive something with this technical issues here. I'm hearing feedback. I don't know how it's coming across on the stream, but we move on because we are
It's not
professionals.
coming across. You
But
can hear anything.
But one thing, Coach, you said about the defense, Coach Loxley in the presser announced that Dylan Fontes is one of the captains on defense. We talked to Dylan before the season, 6'6", 295 defensive end, excuse me, playing they're playing that 3-4 hybrid hybrid
Mhm.
pass rush. So, and we talked about, like I said, Wingate, Buckets Award watch. Sadie Stewart leads the Big Ten and tackles for loss. We have Trey Reddick, who is second on the team in tackles, who's all over the place. Zahir Mathis, who's another top freshman. So look at this: freshman, sophomore, freshman, junior, and that linebacker core. These guys are going to have to play well above their age in order to stop Wisconsin from doing what they want to do, and that's run the ball.
Or if let's project here, if Billy Edwards plays. And I'm
Hmm.
just projecting here, but if he does
Hmm.
play, because they have not ruled him out, they're
Hmm.
saying that he is a game time decision, which
Hmm.
leads me to believe that they're either playing cat and mouse with Maryland, or
Hmm.
they're fearful that Maryland's coaching staff has the keys to the test that is getting inside Billy Edwards' head. And I'm not
Mhm.
talking about cheap shots. I'm not talking about, trash talk. I'm talking about schematic things where they show him one coverage morph into something else that they haven't seen on film to this point.
Mhm.
We don't know what kind of we don't know what kind of exotic blitz packages that Ted Minikino has in his repertoire yet, but we
Mhm.
know he was the architect of a lot of the run blitzes that were being implemented by the Ravens in Baltimore. So when you have
Gotcha.
that kind of mindset, right, it's really interesting to watch how Maryland's defense steps up and shocks everybody. For as great as we talked about earlier, Malik
Mhm.
Washington, Jaleel Farouk, um, in the back, Iverson, what was his name again?
Which one?
Iverson.
The running back?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's Nolan, shoot, I just lost what his name too. Is I had his where is he at here?
It
There's
was
Nolan Ray, and who's sorry, my dog here wanted to be he wanted
was
to
it
be a part of the show for a
Brown?
little bit. It's sorry, it's um Dewan Williams and Nolan Ray are the two running backs that they were, and Iverson Howard, the three running
Iverson Howard,
backs.
yes.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking of. Spark off the
Mm.
back looked really good against Towson, when he
Mhm.
got a chance to shine.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see because I thought he integrated himself into, the offense with his ability
Mhm.
to yeah, I don't know about you, how you saw him last week, but he ran the ball tough enough between the tackles to play some roles in that, but when he gets out on the edge, certainly in the passing game, he seems like extremely, effective to me. Uh,
Mhm.
but it'll be interesting to see, how schematically they put him in a position to do the things that he needs to do in order to succeed. Um, but I gotta believe that there may be some hangover from the Wisconsin team because of the beatdown in Alabama. Um, that was because we're talking about a proud program here, right? In Wisconsin. Now, again, are they Michigan, Ohio State? No, but they are a team or in a program that is familiar to contemporary trips to the Rose Bowl.
Mhm.
Okay, we have to use this bowl season as context when we start remembering history for the
Mhm.
younger generation who's going to think that the college football playoffs was the way of life. But we got used to seeing Ron Dane, the Heisman Trophy winner, playing
Mhm.
the Rose Bowl at the end of the season. We're used to seeing. I think Russell Wilson actually took a team to the Rose Bowl
Yeah.
when he transferred from North Carolina State. So we're not talking about some you know, uh, backwoods, scrub in the forest program here. We're talking about a proud program with championship success and probably does, in fact, with a 4-game win streak, which equates to an entire graduating class,
Mhm.
bro. There are dudes that
Mhm.
have stuck around in Maryland for 4 years, could never beat Wisconsin. That's one
Yeah.
thing not to beat Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan. No disrespect to Wisconsin, but Wisconsin? Yeah.
Mhm.
So to me, this a benchmark, moment because Maryland gets this. The eyes of the country, is now officially upon them. Uh,
Mhm.
they set themselves up to be a factor in the Big Ten race, and when you get out at 4-0 and you handle your business on the road, you may crack the top 25, top 16. I mean, this and in the college football playoff landscape, right? This huge win. And I mean, I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm gonna say it because it's out there. Everybody knows that they wanna be there, but, you gotta handle your business, especially when, Wisconsin got beat by, Alabama team that was ranked 14th in the nation at the time.
Mhm.
I don't know understand what qualifies as a quad 1 win and all that kinda stuff, but to me, for Maryland, if you get a win like this over a team that's beat you 4 years in a row and sent an entire, graduating senior class out without a W, I think
Mhm.
that changes the direction and the mentality of your programs, and this is probably the best roster they've had to go up in there and, try to win a game. I'm not gonna even say
Mm.
steal it right now. I'm gonna say try to win the game, not steal. You play to win the game, even if you have to steal.
If you ain't stealing, you ain't trying. Well,
Right.
this has been a technical issue filled show of Maryland Live with feedback, bad mics, et cetera, et cetera. So we will be back with a post game recap of this game, the first game of the Big Ten. We will talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent, and see how well Maryland looks in their first game against Big Ten talent. So, Mark, it's been a good show. Hopefully, next time we'll have better situations with their technical issues.
No, man,
Because,
it's just the man keeping us down.
yeah, exactly. It's the internet's
You
always the
cannot
internet.
keep us down.
Like I said, once again, kicked out right before 3.
Right, exactly.
So for all those out there listening to everywhere and all over the place in cyberspace, tell them how they can follow you, Mark.
I'm at the Sports Groove. You see it, I guess it would be like right around in here somewhere. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. So if you have right here,
Mm-hmm.
the Sports Groove, that is where you find me. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, no mine in MySpace. Okay. No Black Planet, you know. Uh, if you must find me on X, Threads, IG, wherever, just the Sports Group. And it's been that way for years. Often imitated, never duplicated. The Sports Group. Your boy Mark Gray. I got the Terps, and I'll take them at I'll say 28-24 victory.
Ooh, I like it. And you can follow me at Charles Young. That's CharlesNYonga, all across this place in cyberspace. I give it up on MySpace. I've given up. It's not worth it. It's too much. It's too much a hassle. But it is right there. You can see it. Whoop! There it is. Whoop! There it is. So, yeah, that's just showing age right there. All
I'm
the
not
kids out there.
this will be a Marconi show, but I have enjoyed myself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, tune in next for a little post game recap. I will have my article out previewing this game and the lines, and we will see you very, very soon.
I'll have a special rant for you sometime before NFL kickoff on Sunday.
Oh yeah, and tune into the Sure Shot
Yes,
with Mark Gray.
on
So he's got the
kick.com. Coming at you
kick.
live from Northwest Stadium on Sunday
Oh,
prior to
oh,
the Raiders game.
oh, good. I'm wondering about kick. That's not the same site that Roger Jackson was on, was it?
Who's Roger Jackson?
Rampage's son, who got in trouble who weeks ago for beating up that guy.
I can't confirm nor deny that.
Okay, just wondering, but the kick got some, but you will.
I will say this: if it's got numbers, I'm for that.
Perfect, perfect. All right, guys, we will see you soon. Take care.
Peace.